everybody. Welcome to the Learn With Me stream. My name is Ashley. I am a connection evangelist at NVIDIA. And if you're new to this stream, basically what I do is come here into Omniverse, which is here on the side somewhere, and explore new workflows and tools, or how I can create tools to enable my workflow. Been doing this since about October of 2022 and recently have moved on to the official streams. And today is going to be a little different. I usually stream for about an hour, and I'm usually working in this conveyor belt warehouse scene that I created in order to explore a game development workflow. I started off with the Unreal Engine connector, and then I moved into Isaac Sim to create these really cool conveyor belts. And now I'm back in Omniverse Create. And where I left off on Monday, because I stream on Monday and Wednesdays at this time, I was creating a behavior script in order to, where's that little thing? This little pallet. I wanted this pallet to register every time a box fell off the conveyor belt and onto the pallet. So we're going to put like a little break on that today. I'm only going to stream for a half hour today. And I wanted to create my own node using Omnigraph. I have been using Action Graph, which is Omnigraph. It's a type of Omnigraph. And I've been using Action Graph quite a lot in my streams. And we have all of these like preset nodes that have been created by the Omnigraph team. And I recently learned how to make my own. I thought it was really cool, so I would share it with you guys today for a shorter stream. Before I do that, I'm going to do my housekeeping. I'm going to do this like every single stream until GTC, because I'm doing a bunch of GTC stuff and I don't want y'all to miss it. I created this doc, which I will post here in the chat. Let's make my screen a little bit bigger. And in this doc, you can sign up for a GTC using my link, and then you can get to different GTC sessions and add them to your schedule. And so then it will add it to your calendar and you'll be notified when these are. And the great thing about that is because some of the ones, especially that I'm involved in, are limited capacity. So there's 2 DLI courses, which is NVIDIA's Deep Learning Institute. These courses are limited seats. The first one is Fundamentals of Universal Scene Description. That is being run by Jen Bursky and Maddie, our famous Maddie. And it only has 100 seats. So you definitely want to make sure that you add it to your schedule so that you don't miss it. And then the one that I'm teaching personally is how to build custom 3D scene manipulator extension. So you learn how to build an extension. You learn how to create a slider, and then you add a function to that slider. And by the end of this 2-hour course, you're able to then go on and make your own extensions and use custom UI and custom 3D sim manipulators. It's actually a really great course. I taught it at SIGGRAPH and it's really fun. This one's only 60 seats, so you need to make sure that you are one of the first to jump in. I'm also doing a live session called AR and VR and Omniverse. It's Connect with the Experts. So it's a live session with breakout rooms. It is not limited capacity as far as I know. It doesn't say that in the little link, but it is a live session. So if you watch the record, I don't actually think there is a recording of it. There are recordings of some of the other GTC sessions, but I think with these live sessions, since you have to actually be there for it, because we're going to have breakout rooms where you can go into the different rooms with the experts and ask your questions. I'm focusing in technical art, so kind of what I've been doing in my streams. You can go into a breakout room with me or the other experts and ask your questions. Since it's a live session, I don't believe it's being recorded, but I'm not 100% sure. So try to be there for the live session. All right, my housekeeping for that. And then Zia asked me a great question before the stream that I wanted to address real quick, and I'll readdress on Monday too. So that what I started last week is the behavior scripts. And although I'm not going to be going back into that today, and I'm going to jump back into this on Monday, in case you missed it, the behavior script is attached to the prim that is going to have that behavior. So if you are familiar with Unity, it's basically like adding a C# component to your object. And I learned how to do that with this stream It is the Getting Started Python Scripting Component stream. It's about an hour long, and we have Sean Taylor, who goes over how to add behavior scripts to objects. So in between today and Monday, if you wanted to check that out while I take a break from it, that is your homework. So there you go. That's in the chat too. All right, is that all my housekeeping? I think so. So I only have 20 minutes, so we're going to jump here. Oh, wait, last thing. Today, I'm doing the node. I'm showing you how to create a node, and I learned this through this great tutorial, which is creating your own nodes. And it's like a little crash course. It shows you how to create 2 different nodes. I'm going to show you how to do one of those today, basically directly from this tutorial. So feel free to follow along or bookmark it so you can check back with it later. Also, an awesome, amazing little course to follow along with and really informative. So that's what I'm doing today on today's stream. Lots of different links for you in the chat today. All right, I'm gonna hide my face so we can see the screen a little bit better, make it easier for you guys to read because there is gonna be a little bit of coding today. Oh, it says an error occurred trying to post that link into the chat. Let me know if you did not get the link to this crash course that I'm gonna do, because on my end it says that it both put into the stream and then did not. So I just want to make sure you'll have the crash course for this creating nodes. Zia says we have it on Twitch. Cool. Hopefully it's on YouTube as well. So when you're creating your own node, you have to get the node description editor, which is in Window. I'm in Omniverse Create. It's also in Code. I don't know about Isaacson, but I'm assuming so. And you go into Visual Scripting, and it's the node description editor, which is going to pop up this window here. Let me know for those in chat if you're having a hard time reading this. I'll see if I can make it bigger. Well, let's dock it. That should be a little bit more readable, and we'll slide this down. There's not really a way for me, I guess, to zoom in on that, but I think you guys can read it pretty good. Okay, so we're going to be following the first part of that tutorial where we're creating a negate double. So if you remember in Alberto Arena's constraint graph, he takes he grabs the rotation and then negates that. So he times it by -1. So whatever the input is, outputs just as a negative. So we're basically creating that node, but we're going to be doing it as just a double. So it's only going to be able to input and output a double. So that's what we're doing today. And let's give it a name. We're going to call it negate double. This is for our sake. It's not something that your end user would see if they enable this node. The description is accepts an input double and outputs a negative double. So that's the description for the whole node. So like if you hover over a node that gives you that little description, that's what this is. And then this is the UI name. So we're going to call this negate double. I didn't change, the name didn't change. Let's try that again. Negate double. Enter. Oh, it says nope. I think I can't have a space. There we go. So I have to put an underscore. And then we need to put an input attribute and an output attribute. So we're going to click this little box, which adds a new attribute. Thank you, Zia. Yep, if you missed it, it's Window, Visual Scripting, Node Description Editor, and it comes out as a pop-out, and then I docked it. So we want this input to be a double. So it inputs a double. And we need to make sure that we change the base type. It defaults to an integer. We're going to click this little drop down and we're going to find double. And the UI name is, let's put input double. That would be this part here. Okay, so now we're going to go to the output, and the output is, let's negate double, and it's going to output a negative double. We'll call the UI name output negative double. If I can spell today, make sure you change the base type again to a double. Where is double? There it is. And now we can look at the raw data. So that's basically everything that we just did above as our raw data. But we're not quite done yet. We are going to now go into our extension management. This is our extension name. So it is an extension. It's going to show up in our extensions manager. And we can enable it and disable it, which is pretty cool because then we can publish it as a third-party extension later on. But let's make sure that we give it a name. I like to call anything I create AshDot because my screen names kind of across the internet platforms is ash.py. So AshDot, and this is negate double. You can pick an extension location. I save all of my extensions in an Omniverse extension folder. Where is it? It's like super hard to find sometimes. It's in my documents. There we go. Omniverse extensions. So that's where I save all my stuff so I can find them much easier. And then I'm going to click populate extension. And what does the thing say that it does? So what does populate extension do? Oh, that establishes your extension in the Omnigraph framework. That's what populate extension does. Then you have to make sure that you actually save it. Save it. And I am going to save that into my, my extension that I just created. Where is it at? I guess it didn't make it just yet. So that's when I would call it AshDot. Do I need to name it the same thing? Oh, no, you don't need to do that because it will take the extension name above and do that. So then you click save. So it's going to save it as this. All right, and then I'm going to generate the blank implementation. So I must do this to generate the template that I need to edit in code. So I'm going to click generate. You see, like, this is kind of refreshing. Then I click edit node. Oh, after I let create, think for a second. When I click edit node, I get the raw data. I think it's actually edit the OGN. Maybe I clicked the wrong one. It's not bringing it up. Hold on one second. Yeah, no, it's supposed to bring up. So when I click at this, it's supposed to bring up the actual code itself. Maybe I have to click populate again. Okay, so let's Click populate extension just in case, because that edit node is supposed to bring up the Visual Studio. So the edit.ogn brings up the raw data. Oh, my Cree is freaking out. Hold on 1 second. It's like moving really slow. So it probably thinks I'm clicking the wrong button, or like I'm clicking edit node, but I'm not giving it time. There we go. So this would open the raw data that you saw. That's at the bottom of this. This is the OGN data. So if I wanted to edit that manually, then I click edit OGN, but I want to edit the actual code itself. Let's try it again and give Cree a second. So hover over it. Let's see if this works. There, nope, it's clicking the wrong one. Bizarre. Maybe it's because I have this docked and it's not used to being like so stretched out. Whoa. I might have to restart code. This is having a bad time. All right, sorry everybody. You can see my crate isn't like really not enjoying this. I've never seen this before. It keeps refreshing. Okay, I can't even like get out of code or create. Let's force Kit to close. Oh, don't we love live streaming? All right, task manager is also extremely slow. All right, we're just going to end this task. Pull launcher back up, launch, create, and we'll try that again. Give it a moment. It is loading. Live streams are just so honest. I know. I swear I did this earlier and it worked just fine. That's probably why though, because I did it earlier and Create wanted a rebreather. Okay. So try this again. Let's go into Window, Visual Scripting, Node Description Editor. Now, since it's not going to find that one that I just left off of, make my screen nice and big again. I'm going to File, Open, and I got to go find that, which I hide in my like million things here. So go find my Omniverse extensions, which is not always so easy. I should really bookmark it. There it is. And oh, it looks like it didn't even save. It might have gotten stuck in the populate extension thing I was doing. Oh, that's a bummer. Ugh, okay, let's completely restart. So like we got the negate double. We're going to do this real fast. It accepts double and negates it. And we're going to call this negate double. And the input is a double. Input a double. You guys get this twice now. The UI is called a double. And then output is negate double. It outputs a negative double. Change the base type to a double. The UI name is negate double. Okay. Then we go into extension manager. I am not, I guess that's where I was saving it before. Oh, it is there. Oh, and it like moved it. Okay, I'm gonna just copy this. That's not where I told it to save it. Let's try that again. Paste. Here it is. Open. Don't save this. There it is. That's the one I did right before I had to close out. Okay, so I'm gonna click generate blank. It says file saved, no such file or directory. Why is it lying? That is so bizarre. Let's just, nope. I broke it, of course. It says there's not this directory. Man, I try to do something cool today and it like is not working. What in the world? We're just going to new. That's ridiculous. We're going to overwrite it, generate the blank extension, edit node. Wow. What? All right, sorry everybody. I have no idea what happened. I literally did this like an hour before the stream. Data Juggler says, that's exactly why I do not code live. I know. Okay, that makes no sense because I literally just did this an hour ago. And when you click edit node, you are supposed to, it opens it up in Visual Studio Code. It like has this blank template. I'm going to keep trying because I got a little bit of time. What if we clean extension? Clean out all generated files from your extension. Populate. Save node. Generate blank implementation. Oh, never mind, guys. All right. Well, my bad. If you follow this, it should work for you. I must have broke something when I was trying it earlier because it did work for me and I messed it up by deleting all this stuff. Because when I went into my extensions, maybe it's like I still have it there. That might be why. It should be in my third party. No, when I click the edit OGN, yeah, I mean, let's try. Look, it's like, see this? See what's happening with my extensions? It's like they're blinking. I broke something when I deleted my files from earlier just to make sure that, you know, the live stream would go smooth. I redid it and I broke it. This is wild. It's like having like a Christmas tree light show. Tell the rubber duckies what populate is supposed to do. So populate is, it implements your node into the Omnigraph network. Then you save it to your file system. Then you generate the template, which generates the code. Then you click edit node. And when you edit node, it opens it up into your Visual Studio Code, your IDE, then the code is supposed to look like this. So after you click generate blank implementation, this is what is supposed to pop up. And then you add your code. So under the method, you would add this code. So this is the part that I would be doing right now. And I did this earlier. And it is db.outputs. So you are telling it, okay, the output is your out double. That's the name. Equals the negative of your input, which is your in double, the name that you put for your input. So there you go. That is what you do. And it worked. I broke my create. It is still Christmas treeing. So I'm going to have to go see what I did to mess up my, see, it's there, Omnigraph extension. And there's my ash dot negate dot double. What can I tell you? Live coding. Well, thanks you guys for being patient and watching me at least go through the node description editor. You can create your node that way. I guess try not to delete anything. It's going to break. Just recreate it. Don't actually go into your file system and delete it, because that's what I did earlier and that's what broke it. And I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to be moving back into the behavior script for the collision detection. I found a really cool Omnigraph called checking overlap that I'm going to be exploring to see if that can help me in my behavior script. And that's what we're going to start on Monday. Don't miss the live stream that is coming up here in just about a half hour. Where is that? Which is the bring your 3D animations to the next level with Blender and Omniverse. So Stephen Tong, aka Funky Boy, if you are on Discord, he is going to be explaining how he brought some Lego sets into Omniverse and then created a platform, or he uses Omniverse as his platform to take his Lego renders to the next level. So that is literally in a half hour. So make sure y'all do not miss that. Okay, see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.